course.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. What?
Hostile artillery. Dropping target. Loaded and ready.
Waiter.
Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and today I have two replays for you guys featuring the Bellerophon Centurion. The 5-1 specifically. Quote-unquote a reskin, but technically they haven't come out with the 5-1 yet. But when the 5-1 does come out, I'm going to consider this a reskin. But no matter. We're here to play this tank while being bottom tier. But before we get into that, I did release a video yesterday. And in this video, we sold all of our artillery units. And people seem to not like it at all. I mean, a lot of people did like it, but I had a surprising number of dislikes on that video. And so I took it down, and I wanted to apologize for that video, because it seems like people thought it was a negative video. My typical video has about 96% likes to 4% dislikes. This, of course, means every 96 likes, I get 4 dislikes. If you can't do math, there you go. There's the answer for that. And in this one, we had about 200 likes and 30 dislikes. That means I did something wrong, because it was no longer 4% dislikes. Right? And some of you may be saying, hey, those are pretty good. That's pretty good odds or statistics, considering, hey, 200 likes, 30 dislikes, that's really good. Well, no, it means I did something wrong, because I alienated my usual audience. Take my glitch video, for instance. Over 700 likes and only 20 dislikes. See, that's where we should be at. Having 200 likes and 30 dislikes does mean I did something wrong. I would really like my channel to represent the community, or at least be liked by the community, because this channel is here for the community. And when I have people disagreeing with me who usually agree with me, that means I must have done something wrong. So I read some of the comments, and I found that, yeah, people thought this was a direct attack towards artillery players, a direct attack towards wargaming, and completely irrational and irresponsible for selling some of my premium tanks. But that's not the way I meant by it at all, guys. No. When I say in my videos I have a problem with artillery, or, you know, I don't think there's a place for artillery in this game anymore, and yet I have artillery in my garage, or I'm playing artillery, guess what? That makes me a hypocrite and a liar. And so in my mind, all this talk about not liking artillery, and yet I have artillery in my garage, it needs to go. Alright? If you have artillery, that's fine. If you play artillery, that's fine. You know, that's up to you if you want to play artillery or not. But because I am so negative towards artillery, I should not be having artillery in my garage. And so that was for. It was for that. It was not an attack towards wargaming. It was not an attack towards other artillery units. It was just, hey, look, I don't want to be the bad guy. And here I am having artillery in my garage after saying I don't like artillery. That makes me seem like the bad guy. So that's why I did it. It was not an attack towards anyone specific. It had nothing to do with Operation Overhaul. The video had Operation Overhaul in the title, but that's because I've been titling everything Operation Overhaul lately, because I'm trying to spread the word and get everybody like, hey, what's Operation Overhaul, if they don't know what it is yet. So that's why I did it. I did not want to be a liar. So I want to apologize to those of you who took it the wrong way. Well, I say took it the wrong way, but you saw what you saw and you heard what you heard, and who made it? I made it. So that makes it my fault, and so I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for alienating some of you. I want you to know it was not an attack whatsoever. I want to make sure I have good relations with the community, and I'm able to impact positively as many people as I can. I do not want to have a negative relationship with this community, and to make sure I'm doing what's right. So that's why that video got taken down, was because people were getting the wrong vibe out of it. So it's gone. No more. You can't find it anymore. But that's it. That's my little spiel for today. To the Bellerophon, we've kind of racked up a little bit of damage. We are in a huge platoon, and if you guys are not having fun in this game right now, guys, but you still want to play the game, I encourage you to get some friends and platoon with them. I don't care if it's a 5-man platoon. I don't care if it's a 4-man or a 3-man or a 2-man. I think just find some friends. People complain about large platoons, but honestly, you can easily platoon yourself. And a lot of times you're putting your team at a disadvantage when you're platooning, because they will match you up against higher tier platoons. Of course, in this case, they did not. They just took us and put us in this tier 10 game. You know, which is fine, I guess. Hey, we're in a tier 10 game. And we don't have a tier 10 platoon to fight against, so that's pretty nice. And we're in a Bellerophon, which has good turret, so I'm fairly confident going up against this Super Conqueror here. I think we can just about take him. And he's just fired, and I still have the high ground. 10 degrees of gun depression, no problem. You can do this with pretty much any Centurion tank in the game. He pens us there, and I was like, what? Okay, sure, that's fine. Whatever. I think we're going to check in a sec exactly where he hit us, because I was a little bit, confused. But I think he somehow hit our cupola. I don't think he meant to hit us in the cupola, but that's where he hit us. So it is what it is, It's all good. He penned us. There we go. We're gonna look at it now. Where's the hole? Yeah, I think it was in the top left. Not too sure though. Maybe you guys have a better. Yep, there it is. Do you see that? Yeah, there it was, right in the top of the turret. Not sure how he found that one, but he did, and he puts it in, and he damages us. But we're up to 2,700 damage and 600 assist, and there's an IS-4 that's left. This gun, by the way. 226 millimeters of standard penetration. You rarely ever have to shoot any premium rounds. It's really, really nice. I do like it. I like this tank. And so if you're interested in a gun like this, you can just get the Centurion 1. And easy peasy, you can have yourself this beautiful gun. And it really is a beautiful gun. The AT-15 also has the gun, but unfortunately we missed those 2 shots. But there's artillery. Can we put a shell into the artillery unit? Can we break 3,000? Yes, we can. 3,000, 27 damage with 1,500 assist in a tier 10 game. That should be an ace tanker. That should be an ace tanker in pretty much any tier 8 vehicle when you're shooting tier 10s. We shot the IS-4. We shot the Batchat AP. We shot the T100 LT. We shot the Super Conqueror. We shot and spotted the CGC, which gives you 3 times experience when you spot an artillery unit. So will we get an ace tanker? Yes, we will. It is an ace tanker indeed. Everything racked up because we were so close to the enemy as well. Proxy, all of that kind of stuff does add up. How much basic speed did we get? Over 1900. Is that 1963? I believe it is. But we are not done yet. We have another game to check out, which was actually our very next game. Moving on, this time we are top tier on Redshire, one of my all-time favorite maps. It's just so good, whether it's 1944 or it's the original. You have so much freedom to do what you want, whether you're in a heavy tank, a light tank, a medium tank, tank destroyer, artillery, any tank at all. You have so much freedom. Now, these videos are from the Christmas break. I believe this is from the 20th of December, so these are a little bit older, but, I've been saving them. I'm like, when do I want to use them? I don't know, because I don't usually post videos where I'm platooned or anything like that. I'm usually solo, and so it's like, do I post one where I'm platooned or not? Yeah, I'll post one where I'm platooned. Because people, a lot of the time, seem to not like the videos where you're platooned. And it's quite interesting. It's like, well, what do you have against platoons? I mean, platoons are, in my opinion, good for the game. I don't like the platoon matchmaking. I really disagree with the way the platoons are matched up, and then 4.12, quote-unquote, fixed that. But it didn't. I'm still seeing games where 3 platoons on one team and 0 on the other. It's like, okay, cool. But hopefully they'll be fixing that in 4.13. If there's a tier 10 platoon on one team, there should be a tier 10 platoon on the other, and that would solve a lot of issues with the steamrolling of teams. Like, there's a lot of times teams get steamrolled, and it is because of platoons. There are very imbalanced platoons out there. One thing that helped fix that was +1, -1. That really helped with that, because now everyone had a chance. And another thing that fixed that, will fix that, is, like I said, just balancing the platoons, so that if there's a tier 10 platoon on one team, there's a tier 10 platoon on the enemy team. One thing about this tank I don't like is the fact that when you aim in, not to this view, but your first person view where you see the tip of the gun, it looks like your gun is pointing higher than where it's actually aiming. And so it's a little bit confusing and disorienting. There you go. There's the word I'm looking for. It's a little bit disorienting when you're aiming this in the first person view. But, you don't use the first person all that often. I just remember my first game, I was in Prokhorovka on this, and I was just missing shot after missing shot. And I was just like, what in the world? And I knew it was my fault, but I was just confused as to why it was happening. And then when I took a closer look, that was the reason. So hopefully they'll fix that sometime. But hey, look at this tank. We are hull down. This is a Centurion turret. This is what a Centurion turret can do, guys. We're up to 1,700 damage blocked, and we're still going strong. Full health right now. And we're putting shot after shot after shot into these guys. Can we put another one in this guy? He doesn't have much armor. Yes, we can. We put it, and he bounces off of us. We also track him in place. Here comes the gory niche. He doesn't quite have the pen to go through us with the standard, but he is shooting premium. Then the KV-3 does, in fact, bounce off of us, and now we're just trying to pull back a little bit, get some distance on this guy. And he misses underneath us. This is during update 4.12. I don't know if that was poorly aimed shot by him, or he just got messed up by the update 4.12 RNG. But regardless, we're going to put a shell in. No, we're not. We missed him, unfortunately. There. Actually, I think we did hit the very tip of him, but it wasn't where we needed to hit. Can we put a shell into him this time? Yes, we can. Oh, that one goes in. I think we bounced off his radio, went through his turret or something. No, we went right through his radio. That's interesting, because that's, well, that's where his radio man is. That was an extreme angle, but we still, in fact, go in, and now we have our gun depression. We're just going to keep putting shots into him like this, shot after shot. That's what's great about this tank, is you can pull back where there's a ridge, and then you can just dominate, and that's exactly what we're doing now. He goes down, but then so does our TVP VTU, so it's just me and this other heavy tank, but the heavy tank hasn't quite showed up yet. We put another shell into the KV-3. And we did shoot him in the tracks, but he still had a repair kit. He pens us there. Looks like we showed a little bit too much of our hull, and he must have just nicked it. And he had enough pen to go through. He must have rolled high on his 217 premium pen, because this is a 120 millimeter upper plate, angled back like that. It's gonna be pretty good. We're probably not angling whatsoever. We're packing about 210 millimeters. We were angling back with 10 degrees. We were probably up to 230 about with our effective upper plate. So he must have rolled a little bit high there, which is, you know, pretty fortunate for him. Unfortunate for us, but that's RNG for you. You roll high sometimes, you roll low sometimes. But now we have this Pantera, and we're going to be going after him now. We have this heavy tank as well. We get shot in the back by our own teammate. Not sure how, considering he has no shots on anyone, but that is what it is. And I'm just going to wait a little bit now, because this Pantera can clip me out. So we're going to shoot him in the tracks there. We immobilize him, and now he can't get his gun on our hull. He can only shoot our turret, and he bounces off, and he gets finished off by the LTTB. And all that's left now is this VK Alder. A pretty interesting tank. It's not very good. I think I traded it in. What did I trade it in for? I don't remember. But I don't have it anymore. He goes down anyway, and the game ends. Not before we pick up 3,800 damage and 2,300 assist with 2,600 damage blocked in a medium tank. Because of the turret. You can even do that in tier 10. Not as reliable at tier 10, but, you know, it's something you can do. I would say this thing has a better turret than the Centurion Action 10. Even the Centurion 1 does. It's really nice. But there's another ace tanker in the Bellerophon. 423,000 credits made. I think there's a boost going on because of Christmas, and we had a ×2 as well. And I can't see what that base XP is, but it's enough to ace this thing. Not as much as the game before, but still a pretty good game. Anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button. Comment, subscribe. Make sure you go check out SpaceBANDIT, God Dingy's YouTubes, and Twitch. Links in the description below. And make sure you let me know if you've created a video for Operation Overhaul, so I can mention you on Friday for my Operation Overhaul video. Whether it's negative or positive, I do not care. I want opinions, and I want everybody to be able to watch all the opinions they possibly can. So that's it. Take care, everyone, and peace out.